If you're currently navigating perimenopause or menopause and you find yourself trapped in a cycle of weight gain and discomfort, then this video is made just for you. And if someone you love is experiencing menopause, then I encourage you to stick around as well to see if there are ways you can support and love them through this time. I talk to a lot of women who share their deep frustrations about the changes that their bodies undergo during menopause, while also trying to manage their weight. As a coach, it's my mission to guide my clients to their goals and tackle the hurdles that they encounter. If you're feeling defeated and it seems like nothing is working, please know that you're not alone. I've worked with many clients in this particular phase of life, and despite the changes and discomfort that come with menopause, it doesn't have to be total misery. Watch until the end of this video to discover my favorite habits and skills to focus on for you to empower your menopause journey. This season of life is an opportunity for transformation and self-care. Let's navigate it together with confidence and resilience. Hey there, my name is Christina and I'm a nutrition coach. On this channel, we talk about everything from eating skills to body image to behavior change, all without any restrictive diets or calorie counting while keeping the fun in life. Let's get started. In this video, we're going to do a brief overview of the common challenges I hear from my clients in their menopause journey. Then we're going to cover some really good news for you that you're not going to want to miss. And finally, we'll talk about some of my favorite skills for you to focus on during this time to take the best possible care of yourself. First, let's identify and distinguish between perimenopause and menopause. Menopause is when you have not experienced a menstrual cycle for 12 months. Perimenopause is the time around that or leading up to that, where your body is making a transition into menopause. And you may have an irregular cycle, but it's not totally gone for 12 months or more. They both have similar presenting symptoms such as lower energy levels, hot flashes, disrupted sleep, mood changes, and loss of muscle mass, to name a few. That's a lot of things going on. Dealing with any one of these things is a minor inconvenience at best and deeply distressing at worst. I'm not a doctor, but I encourage you to speak to your doctor first if you're having severe enough symptoms that might need some more attention, because they have some recommendations that can ease the symptoms. Okay, now I want to share some really good news with you. One of my jobs as a coach is to support my clients through their mindset as they reach their health goals. More on that in this video here. Many people trying to manage their weight often feel like they're at war with themselves, like they have to fight against their bodies or beat themselves up until finally they look and feel the way they want to. And the fitness and diet industry have also had messaging that echoes these sentiments. But actually, I have found the opposite of this punishing mentality is what leads to lasting results in my clients. If you have felt disappointed with your body or if you've yo-yo dieted for a long time, I want to invite you from being at war with your body and forcing it into submission with restricting and punishing workouts into more of a supportive mindset through this transition, learning how to play on the same team with yourself. There's a chance you're not going to love everything about this process, but learning to understand and accept it is going to help a lot. And one more thing, you might have faced different challenges earlier in life, like learning to be a parent, being up all night breastfeeding, or learning a new career. You might not be dealing with the bloating and PMS and period symptoms that you had when you were younger, but by the time you've hit menopause, you are so much more equipped to deal with life challenges than when you were 20. Do you think younger women could even handle menopause? It's worth reflecting on. So yes, absolutely, life is throwing you some new and different challenges and curveballs, but you're no rookie here. You've been around the block, you have lived some life, you have been through hard things, and you've learned some things along the way. I want you to think about some coping skills that you already possess. Now it's time to practice the tools you know and identify some areas where you could use some new skills. So here are some practical things that you can work on today to help yourself on your health journey through menopause and managing your weight. If you are someone who is actively trying to lose weight, it might feel like it's been harder to lose weight, and it seems like there's this inevitable 5 or 10 pounds of fat that gets added each year. Is that true? Well, not everyone gains weight during menopause, but if you do, you might have noticed a slight shift in your body shape. Even if your whole life you gained weight in your legs and thighs, now all of a sudden you gain it all in the abdomen area. Why is this happening? Well, in menopause, your hormonal production declines, so your body fat stores actually shift. Your midsection specifically is going to start to see an increase in body fat if you gain weight. Because of this change in body shape and other factors, many women I speak with struggle with a negative body image. Do you feel that way? I want to encourage you that we can work on changing our physique through some of these skills, but body image has more to do with our perception of ourselves. You can learn to appreciate your body and what it has done for you in life without anything changing at all. You can also learn to support yourself by managing your expectations. What are some words that you use to describe your goals? Is it, I want to be in a very lean body? Does a certain size pants or scale weight come to mind? I want you to see if those expectations are helping support you, or are they causing more stress? What if instead you focused on your values as it relates to your health and fitness? Focus on being consistent with good quality habits. It might be more helpful to aim for things like healthy and vibrant than lean and shredded. Did you know that your body is doing its best to protect you? Doesn't that change things a bit? For more support in the area of developing a positive body image, check out some more resources here. Here's some more good news. Your metabolism isn't broken. It might just require special attention to your nutrition where before you didn't have to pay as much attention to things. Hear me, I am not saying for you to go on a restrictive eating plan. That might only add stress to your life. A better approach is to make sure you're eating mostly whole foods that are high in nutrient density. We want to be tuned in to your natural hunger and fullness cues. And I want you to keep an eye on your treats intake, such as alcohol, desserts, and fried foods. More on how to do that in this video here. Another helpful thing with your nutrition is for you to be aware of when you're eating when you're not hungry, for reasons like stress or other emotions or just out of habit. Since changing mood is another one of the most troubling symptoms women encounter in menopause, we want to make sure you're taking care of yourself emotionally. For many people, menopause comes at a similar time of life with a lot of other life changes. Maybe your kids have grown up and they're leaving the home and now you're learning how to be an empty nester. Maybe you're retiring after a long career, or you're now responsible for taking care of aging parents, just to name a couple of things. That's a lot of stressful things to deal with and a lot of life transition. With any lifestyle shift, people can feel quite lost. What do you normally do to manage your stress in these times? Do you need some outside emotional support? What might that look like for you? If you're someone who has used food to cope, you're not a bad person. It can be more helpful for you to learn how to let food be food and have some other tools to cope with the stresses of life. If you notice yourself turning to food outside of hunger more than occasionally, this is something that can really hinder your progress. We want to focus the energy and attention that you might have used to go on a new diet to understand the reasons for your overeating and adopt some restorative practices like mindful movement, deep breathing, or meditation, going on walks and being outside in nature. We also want to see how we can increase your joy, pleasure, rest, and fun in other ways. I like to call them real life treats. Most of us don't have nearly enough real life treats, or we've lost sight of what those things are for us. When we include lots of real life pleasure, we can stop relying on food so much to be that for us. I have a bunch of videos on my channel that go into more detail. You can check some of them out here. As we get older, one of the things to be aware of is that if we don't take certain measures, our lean muscle tissue will decrease, but it doesn't have to. Loss of lean muscle mass leads to a lower BMR, which is the amount of calories you burn if you were to just lay in bed all day. If you want to make this process as comfortable as possible and support yourself and your metabolism as you age, it's important for you to maintain as much of that lean muscle mass as possible. Two of the best ways to do that is first, prioritizing protein at every meal. More on that here. The second thing to do, if you aren't already, is to start some form of resistance training 2 or 3 times per week. This is going to help you build muscle, keep your bones healthy, and not only supports you physically, but it can also have a positive impact on your mental well-being. There are so many amazing training gyms out there, and some are specifically designed to help people get their start in strength training, no matter what your history is. And some that cater to the over 50 crowd, so you can absolutely start where you are. Another thing to mention about exercise is you don't have to do long hours of cardio or high intensity training. We're trying to avoid those kinds of extremes and focus on getting in regular movement that you just love to do and prioritizing rest and recovery too. Another common symptom of menopause is disrupted sleep. Disrupted sleep can be so frustrating, and it can make your appetite go all out of whack, which makes managing your weight difficult as well. Let's talk about ways we can give yourself the best opportunity for quality sleep so this can be more comfortable for you. How is your sleep environment? The National Sleep Foundation has some amazing recommendations to support good sleep. One of those being to sleep in a cool and dark room. Is your room cool and dark? The NSF recommends keeping temperatures between 60 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit for optimal room temperature for sleep. This is important at any age, but most especially when you're dealing with night sweats. You might consider using blackout curtains or a sleep mask to keep your room really dark, and reducing screen time a few hours before bed, as well as keeping your phone on Do Not Disturb or out of the room. Getting into a regular nightly routine before bed is another way to promote the best sleep possible. For more ways to help you get better sleep, check out this video here. What other things could you do to get better sleep? Wow, I mean, we talked about a lot of different things that you can do to support yourself in your menopause journey. I am not a medical professional or a hormone expert, but I have seen these things make a huge difference in my clients' lives, so I wanted to share them with you. If you are unsure that you're in perimenopause or menopause, I encourage you to talk to your doctor who can run blood work, give you resources, recommend supplements, and discuss the pros and cons of medications that might be an option for you. It's important for you to explore all of your options. We are not powerless here. I also want to encourage you to share with someone about your experience of menopause. That might be a coach or someone else in a similar season. This is a great way to rebuild your confidence. You will probably discover that others are feeling exactly the same way as you. Knowing that you're not alone and feeling that reassurance that your symptoms are natural can help a lot. Menopause doesn't have to be miserable, and you can start with just 1 or 2 things from this video and go from there. What are you gonna try first? I would love to know in the comments below, or if you ever need some more support through your weight management journey, please shoot me a message and we can chat more. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you found these tips helpful and empowering as you transition through this life season. Finally, don't forget to like and subscribe for more eating skills videos just like this one, and I will see you next time.